character. Through Rodney's career as a CPA, assistant controller, and CFO, he has been asked to do things that were unethical or suspicious in behavior, and he always refused to do it. He never gave in to the pressure, even if it cost him income, a bonus, or a job.
Over the past 30 plus years, Penny and I have experienced and moved through the many seasons of life, one step at a time. Having been by her side through every twist and turn, I've learned that Penny is dedicated beyond the question of a doubt and has passion and drive that is second to none. On a daily basis, she carries these values and more with herself, both personally for our family and professionally for her team at PCE.
What's at the core of my husband's work at PCE and in his life? It is his unwavering commitment to integrity and collaboration. He is all about doing the right thing and finding solutions that benefits everyone. His commitment to his values also shines through in our relationship, even with the distance. He makes sacrifices and stands by his principles, which I truly admire.
Question 1, values. The values that come to mind when I think of Brendan is compassion, loyalty, empathy, and honesty. Really, one main value stands out, and that would be integrity.
I chose spirituality and family. He is a loving and kind person, and he treats others as he would want to be treated. He loves the Lord and loves to teach others about the love and the kindness that God can give. He truly is a man who asks, what would Jesus do?
Penny shows dedication, passion, and drive every day. Getting up before sunrise so she can get to work to care for her team and the farmers that PCE serves is a daily occurrence. For her entire professional career, Penny has juggled our family's small businesses, supporting our family through quality time with our son, and yet still advances in her field. She continues to lead by example through her service for others through the many organizations she contributes her time and experience toward.
Wherever Tracy is, his values shine bright. He takes care of not only his family, but also the families around him. In the winters, he makes sure that everyone near him has the snow removed, as well as in the summers, he's out after work mowing everyone's lawn. He is very active in his church and is consistently lending a helping hand to whomever needs it. Whether it's to work at home, he wants others to know that he is where he is today because of the Lord. Each morning, he takes an hour to pray and talks to the Lord to start his day on a godly path.
Rodney has turned down jobs for a substantial amount of money, more than he would make normally, simply because in the interview there being something that was suspicious or unethical. And so he would just turn it down and take the lower income. At home, Rodney has had people, when we need things done in our home, that were willing to cut corners so it would be cheaper, and he was not willing to do that. He would pray about the situation, and then he would do what was the right thing, even if it meant it cost more money.
Integrity is in his day-to-day doings, doing the right thing even when no one is watching, always practicing solid moral principles in all circumstances. His willingness to teach, help, and challenge others, always showing respect, honesty, being reliable, and willing to admit any shortcomings or faults.
Long distance isn't easy, but we've got the support game down. Communication is key, no matter the time zones. We are open about our victories and challenges. We respect each other's ambitions and ensure both of us thrive individually. late night calls to celebrate achievements, and heartfelt messages during tough times. Absolutely part of our routine. We've become each other's pillars of strength, no matter where we are.
We pray for each other, we encourage one another, and we are accountable to each other. I try to be at anything that's a special occasion or anything that Rodney would like for me to be at that involves his work. And he does the same thing for me.
The different ways that Brennan and I can support each other would be through communication. Communication is key. We definitely weigh out the pros and cons, talking through those. Listening to each other is another way. Observing each other, constructive criticism, and having alike values.
Penny and I have learned a lot over the past 36 years of marriage. Time has shown us that simply being present, being an active listener, and giving 100% is our foundation for success. Sharing the happenings of the day, setting goals for tomorrow, and sharing our dreams for the future all lend a hand in supporting one another.
We prioritize each other's wants and needs to make a work-life balance possible for both of us.
Brennan always has had a goal and a vision to one day lead a team of merchandisers. Taking on the role VP of Grain for PCE was a huge mark for him. His way of strategic planning and ability to anticipate trends well in advance of his competitor just amazes me as well. Seeing him calm and confident with his new challenges in this role at PCE has grown his self-drive and passion for what he is doing today. We are so proud of Brendan.
Over the past 5 years, Penny has embraced and succeeded with primary leadership roles at PCE. Having put in the work on the front lines of this company, it fills me with joy and pride to see her continue to lead this organization towards a better future. Penny has always been a people person. I've learned that her mission in life is to lift others up and to motivate them to succeed while creating a better tomorrow for those lives that she touches.
I and our children and our grandchildren have been concerned about Rodney for a while with his health and weight. And over the last year, or less than a year, he has lost over 100 pounds and is getting his health back.
Tracy's first missions trip is something I am so proud of him for accomplishing. It was something he always wanted to do, and he finally took the leap. Tracy went to Africa for 10 days to minister and spread the love of God across the nations.
When it comes to any difficult situation or stressful event, Brendan and I definitely lean on each other. Our biggest thing is always have a plan. Communication, listening to each other, dissecting any difficult situation is probably best. Staying focused, staying positive, and just be supportive. Our most recent would probably have been when we moved to Illinois. That was definitely a major emotional roller coaster for the whole family. So definitely to be each other's rock and just always be there.
Picture this, a rough patch with my husband's project, and it felt like we were worlds apart. That experience taught us patience and resilience. We believed in each other when things got tough. What we learned? Our love is unshakable. It showed us that distance is no match for us. Our hearts remain together no matter what. Love conquers distance for real.
Losing someone who is close in your life is never easy. We both lost so many loved ones from our personal circles and have always experienced the grief process together. Being present, caring, loving, and listening always gets us through. A few tissues are always a help, but it comes down to having a hand to hold, a partner to hug, and sometimes a shoulder to cry on.
Well, Ronnie and I have been married for over 40 years, so we have had a lot of these situations. Some of them being our first child being born a month and a half early, our second child being in a serious car wreck, losing my dad to lung cancer, losing my mom unexpectedly, moving 1,000 miles from our home, and 4 months later losing my grandmother, who had moved into with us after the death of my mom, and losing Ronnie's dad. Then my son and his wife and our grandsons having to outrun a flood, and the list goes on. But through all these, when Rodney was struggling, I would pray for him and hold him up. And when I was struggling, he would pray for me and hold me up. And we just knew that we could always count on each other.
So this is probably the hardest question I've had. When I was diagnosed with cancer in 2021, we've never made it through it without the constant support of my husband. He exhibited the patience during the time of my diagnosis. He helped me in times of weakness, celebrated during the times of victory. He continues to keep God in the center of our marriage and walk by faith, not by sight.
Penny's dedication and pride in PCE is second to none, and I look forward to what the future holds for her and PCE.
What do I want to add? I can honestly say that my husband is the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I love you so much. Thank you for being my husband.
Rodney loves his family. He loves spending time with me, his children, his grandchildren, his extended family, and he loves to laugh. So if there's ever a serious situation or things kind of get stuffy in family gatherings, you can count on Rodney to say something that's going to make us all laugh and lighten up the mood in any situation.
Oi, Rô. Desculpa não estar aí junto com você. Eu queria muito realmente estar sendo tua companhia nesse dia especial para você e queria te dizer obrigada por toda a dedicação que você tem pela nossa família. Obrigada por todo o sacrifício que você tem feito. Dizer que eu amo muito você e que eu tô com muita saudade. Te amo.